Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Transfer deadline day is upon us. Welcome your faces back to the Zero to Hero career mode with the one and only Grimsby Town. Today we are going to be sorting out who we've brought in and who we're getting rid of, etc. in today's episode. Now we've got 10 hours to do all of our business, and business we shall indeed do. Now, there's been a couple of emails come through, and again they've accepted both their offers. Of course they have. I've just given them basically another £1,000 on top of what they've asked for, so I'll be accepting both of these players through the door. Again, 2 new strikers, definitely very much needed within the squad. Let's see, we do have some strikers that are playing pretty well at the moment. However, I do feel as though I think we'll definitely need to purchase one more player somewhere along the lines. I think it's a centre attacker midfielder. I mean, Disley's very good, don't get me wrong, but I think Tootin might need to go. He's a good player, but I'm not 100% sold on the guy, if I'm completely honest. So let's have a look here. And I mean, we could probably get rid of Vernon. Vernon isn't really my kind of player, to be honest. He's missed far too many shots, in my opinion, as well. And Brown is another guy that could potentially leave. We don't need too many strikers within the team, as we'll probably keep Jackson. He's got just bare pace. And I think Tootin we might be able to get rid of and send him back to his original club. So if we go over to the transfer market now, let's look at selling some players potentially. So Tootin again. If we get rid of him, it's going to cost us probably about 16 grand, something like that. But the wages are going to go right the way back up again. He's a reasonable player, don't get me wrong. If you look at his player bio, he's pretty quick, but not the type of caliber player that we are requiring here at Grimsby Town. So, unfortunately, good sir, I have to terminate your loan and send you back to Barnsley. So, goodbye to you. Vose, again, he's another player. Very, very good. I think we'll keep hold of him for now. Not overly keen, if I'm honest, but we'll leave him in the club just for this moment in time. So Bogle here is worth 210 grand. He's doing actually very, very well within the team, scoring plenty of goals. Very, very happy with that. Disley again is getting old, so we are going to need to replace him up in the up and coming seasons. Vernon, I think we may as well sell him. Released from contract recently. Oh, he's recently joined the club, so we can't even get rid of him. That sucks. Oh, I don't know what to do about him. This is confusing. I just want to get rid of him more than anything else. This guy we'll get rid of again. I don't think we'll need him. He's not really that good. He's got nothing there that I really like the look of, to be honest. Let's add him to the transfer list, sell him away to probably Cork City or somebody like that. There is... Actually, if we go to overall, go all the way to the top, get rid of these youngsters. And this guy as well, get rid of him. He's not £1,000. £1,000. To be fair, he has got rapid pace, but at the same time, he's just not what we're looking for. He's just really not. He's recently joined the club as well. I think we'll put him out for a year loan then. Get rid of him. We'll keep him. Jackson, again, he's a loanee, but we'll keep hold of him. We've already got rid of 1 striker. We do have 2 strikers as well. I think we can potentially find ourselves a reasonable centre attacker midfielder, so I'm going to jump into the transfer market, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec.
2,000 years later.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I have indeed been very busy within the transfer window, and I have been looking through multiple players. As you will see, a lot of people here are indeed from the A-League, and a lot of people are from the MLS and the K-League as well. So Lee Nguyen, I believe his name is Subasa Endo. He's another one. He's pretty good, actually. He's pretty quick. His balance is quite good. His composure and vision is also pretty positive as well. So again, another thing where I looked at him. Oh Chang Hyun, another one, 24 years of age, looking pretty good. As I say, I've gone on to Foothead, and I've looked at all of the statistics and stuff from those guys. Very, very impressed with some of the statistics I'm seeing. And the game is pretty cheap in terms of actually purchasing, in terms of wages. So we don't need to spend too much. And should they come back with a pretty high price on these people, that we can literally just say to them, okay, well, we'll have to look somewhere else, essentially, is what we're going to have to do. So I'm going to inquire about all of these people here. I've got a feeling this guy's going to come back quite expensive. We'll have to see anyway. So they're all pretty young players. He's the one that I definitely do want, though. I have already asked about him, just potentially bringing him into the squad again. Marcus Edwards is indeed another one that I do want to purchase. He is looking very good, but as I say, I just want to see a little bit of improvement out of him before we do commit to that level of purchase. So I just want to check I've got all of these. I can't actually move on this. Make sure I've got all of these submitted. Okay, I do indeed. So that's fine. What we're going to do now, my phone's vibrating, I do apologize. We're going to advance ahead now in terms of the transfer deadline day. Let's see if we get any messages come through. 7 messages through already. Hopefully we'll get a plenty, I mean plenty of stuff regarding these players. So, Anthony Caceres straight away, 1.6 million, absolutely not. 3.4 million, absolutely not. 2.6, absolutely not. 1.1, pretty reasonable. 4.6, not a chance. Endo here, bid in the region of $1 million. 3.8 for him, that's crazy. So everybody that I've actually gone for is very, very expensive. Endo is actually pretty good overall. There are a few players that I would obviously say are pretty out of our price range. Let's be completely honest here. But this guy here is only 2,400. Pohang Steelers, again, pretty solid player there. But I'm just wondering, do we drop our price catastrophically? I mean, he wants 2,400. So if we go down to 2,000, say 2,500 in terms of our finances, are we then going to be able to accommodate for that? I certainly hope so. Drop that down to we'll call it 2.6. That's 376,000 that we've got here. I still don't believe that's going to be enough to secure a player like that. Let's try and, I'll tell you what, let's try and get him on loan. If we can secure a player like any of those players on loan, that would be perfect. We've got 2,600 to play with. I would like to bring the guy to Grimsby. Which one was it? Is it Endo? I'm pretty sure it was Endo here. He is a very quick player. Again, he's only 1,900. That's crazy. I am thinking that we go for a loan here. 1 year loan. We'll not set the future fee, as I said. We'll just submit the offer. I want to try and get this guy on loan. As I say, he's a squad rotation player. They don't really use him that much. I think we could definitely do with a player like that on loan. That would be quite good. So we'll wait and see what we hear back from this team here. I'm really enjoying doing the transfer window. Hopefully he has signed. Fingers crossed he's accepted and he's on his way. There we go. That's what we like to see. Endo is on loan. And the decision of Toronto FC is to accept your request. That is beautiful. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, ladies and gentlemen. So we've picked up Endo for the squad, which is really, really good. So Disley, unfortunately, my friends, you're going to have to drop back. Comley, you're going to have to come off the field. And where is he? I don't think he's here yet. He might be here tomorrow, if I remember correctly. But we'll leave that as it is for now, actually. Vernon, you can come off. Don't know what you're planning on doing there, pal. Malonga, you can go up top. And Demal as well, you can swap out for Jackson on the bench, which is really good. So, our squad is looking very, very good right now. Some great signings. Again, we're trying to keep the core of the team, you know, Bogle, Collins, Boyce, Davies, all those sorts of players. Chambers, McKeown. And there's a fair few players that we do have, obviously, in the substitutes area that is obviously making a little bit of noise, which is good. So, I'm happy about that, which is wonderful. So, let's make those changes to the team sheet. Yes, we have managed to secure one player. I am now half tempted to go for another player in terms of loaning. Because if we've still got, like, we go to the office, budget. So if we give ourselves, like, as much of this money as we can. Let's give ourselves, like, 100 grand or something like that to play with. So some people may want to raise, some people may not. So we'll give ourselves 100 grand to play with. We've got 9,000 in wages now. So let's search for some players. So again, we'll look for some more players. I'm thinking more a defender, more a centre-back possible role here. We'll see what we can pick out of one of these wonderful leagues. Let's see if we can find ourselves a real hidden gem. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the player that I actually found. And he's a pretty good centre-back. He is indeed from the Eredivisie, plays for FC Groningen. I don't know how you pronounce that, as I say, I'm not Dutch. However, he is a young centre-back. He's got a pretty good amount of pace, and he isn't too expensive in terms of wages either. He's about 4,500, so we're going to try and loan him for the season. And hopefully we can try and pull some sort of wondrous thing out of this as well. I have just signed Endo as well. I have confirmed that signature and accepted that player, which is again a positive thing. And again, they have accepted the request to take him out on loan as well, which is fantastic. I think there'll be no more business for myself in this transfer window. So we've managed to solidify the squad, shall we say. We've kept a pretty solid amount of players here overall. So as you can see, there's plenty of money being spent. But I don't see myself spending any more money in this transfer window, unfortunately. Unless somebody comes in with a bid, potentially one of our players, then that could work out in our favour. But if not, then it's not the end of the world. We'll just have to chin up and deal with it. So that's fine. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people don't really tend to look at Grimsby as a type of team that you're going to end up, you know, buying players from. But Thiago moving to Liverpool there for £39 million. Just absolutely crazy the amount of money they've just spent. Absolutely crazy. Somebody else just spent another 40 million on somebody as well, which is mad. I want to see this. Who's gone through now? Like, they've spent an absolute fortune. David McGoldrick's gone to Wolfsburg. Are you mad? Wolfsburg are even crazier than I thought. But anyway, transfer deadline day has indeed ended, ladies and gentlemen. We have signed 2 players on loan, which is wonderful. Again, I'm pretty sure I accepted him. I could be completely wrong. I may have completely just screwed up. But let's have a look at the team nonetheless. Hopefully they are here. Ah, they are here. Me panicking. But 68 for a centre-back. Can you complain at that? Absolutely not. Is he going to go straight into the team? You are absolutely correct. He is. He is unbelievable. He's much, much better than Collins. Much, much better than Collins. We'll put him instead of Collins. Boyce is going to stay in the team as well. Disley, you're going to stay there because I really, really like you as a player, so we'll leave you there. And Endo will indeed go in centre attacking midfield and utilise the play between Malonga and Bogle up top. Both of them have got a lot of pace. They can get in around defenders as well, which is really good to see. So I am very, very excited for that. Demau as well, another player. Very much looking forward to using him at some point as well on the team. The squad's looking very, very good now. There's a lot more depth to the team, which is nice. We didn't have to sell anybody. We did get rid of one player. We probably should have kept him in the end, but as I say, he did free up a little bit of wages, so I am very happy with that. So fingers crossed we can hopefully sign these 2 players come the next season. I mean, Endo and Larson, hopefully we can have a decent run in one of the Football League trophies or something. And you never know, we might end up gaining enough money just to be able to pull off some kind of weird and wonderful victory in terms of finances, but there's only one way to find out. If we win the league, it would be nice to sign both of these players back from their respective teams. As I say, that's the only problem with loaning people, is the fact that it is a bit of an issue, because when you send them back, they're going to be better rated than what they were, and obviously their value is going to then increase. So it's going to be a bit more difficult for a team like Grimsby to then afford players like this. So it is good the fact that we have managed to upgrade the team to this level. I mean, as you can see, we've got 62, 63, 68, 62, 64, 60, 65, 61, 65, and obviously 59 at the moment. But Bogle is on so, like, his level of form is incredible right now that it is physically disgusting to even contemplate saying that he's bad. We do have another 60 there from Demau as well, 62 for Vos. Again, trying to get the 60s around this squad is, again, of vital importance in my personal opinion. We'll get rid of McAllister. We don't really need him in the side right now. Henderson, where this guy's come from, I have no idea. Let's put Collins in here as well. Get rid of Pearson. Again, we do need Bolarinwa on the wing. He has actually gone up by 1 already, which is really good to see. We'll leave him in there. There's a lot of good players in here still. A lot of good players. Still sat about on the bench. As I say, he's out injured for 3 months because he broke his ankle, which is unfortunate. So it'd be nice to have him back as well when he's fit and ready to return. Again, it will give us another option here with Disley and Endo as well. So I am very much looking forward to seeing the future of this team. If you guys are excited as well, thank you so much for tuning in. Drop a like rating for me, I would appreciate it. As I say, the squad right now has transformed entirely into an absolute force to be reckoned with within Football League 2. Very, very excited for the future of this team. I cannot wait to get behind the controller and physically use them in the next match. It should be very, very exciting. But there's only one way to find out whether or not they're going to be a success or a flop. That's by playing with as many versatile players as we physically can, and in as many positions as we can try and get them in. Change formations if we need to. Just try and vary up the actual style of the team, and I'm very, very confident in saying we're going to absolutely smash the league this season. So let me know down in the comment section down below which of the players that I have signed is your favourite thus far. Which one do you reckon is going to succeed the most? Which one's going to be the biggest flop? Let me know down in the chat right now, on the comments, sorry. Thank you so much for watching. I love your faces. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next episode. Adios.
Have it.